everyone. Welcome to our recap of the Traitors finale and reunion.
Oh, hi.
Grab your blanket, grab a snack, and get ready to party.
I feel like I've just gotten off an international flight and I didn't move out of my seat the entire time.
I know.
I probably have 2 blood clots in my legs.
Between watching the Big Brother Canada digital dailies and this.
And crocheting.
It's been a long day. Yeah. I enjoyed all of it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a lot of sitting.
It's a lot of taxation on your body.
And mind.
That too.
But anyway, last time, it was a crazy-ass episode. As we saw, Phaedra was banished. No! So that means Kate is the lone traitor.
Whoa.
At the end here.
Traitor or traitress.
Yes, traitress.
Sandra may be on to Kate.
I mean, Kate really did not do herself any favors at that round table when she was all like, Phaedra, you're selfish, not skillful. And it was like, why are you saying this? You're basically saying, like, you're selfish for leaving me alone here. I thought it was a bad call. Sandra picked up on it immediately. Mm-hmm. Even I think CT was like, what was that?
Sandra picked up on it immediately after how many round tables?
Well,
right?
What can we say?
Alan and Kate in the traitor room. I mean, these are
magic.
Some of the best parts of the show are when Alan has an interaction with
one of the players.
Well, yeah, one-on-one, like the Johnny Bananas thing, you know, like, back off, bitch.
Honestly, one of my favorite moments of the whole season.
Yeah.
Was the back off, bitch.
Absolutely.
But yes, we know that Alan loves Kate, so it's especially wonderful to watch the two of them interact.
Yes. So Kate performs another murder.
Right. This is the final murder of the season, and she was kind of deciding between Sheree or Trishelle. And we were like, please, for the love of God, pick Trishelle.
Wouldn't she pick Trishelle?
I guess she thought it was too obvious to keep going after that same group again. And she was like, if I take out a housewife, maybe it will take the heat off of me a little bit.
Which it will appease the emperor.
Right.
Yeah.
I get what she's going for, and I think it probably was the right call. But as a viewer, I was like, no, take out Trishelle.
All right, so it's breakfast. Why does everybody like the boiled eggs so much?
I don't know.
Are they like soft boiled or hard boiled or?
I'm not sure. I don't know what they're serving up here.
I do notice they have the fancy toast holders.
I love a toast holder. Like
yes. Soldiers.
The filing cabinet for the toast.
That's classy. Mm-hmm. All right. So Sheree is murdered, we find out.
Oh! This was a bummer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Call me a hater all you want, but I am not a Trishelle fan. That is for sure.
So what happens after Sheree is murdered? MJ is convinced Sandra is the traitor.
I guess Kate's plan worked, right? I'm curious.
Who knows?
If Trishelle was murdered, would MJ have figured out that it was Kate, or would she have still been like, it's Sandra?
I don't think she would have figured out it was Kate.
Okay.
Don't think so. So Sandra and CT, they want Kate out.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about how weird it was, her little outburst at the round table. They're like, why was she being so aggressive, against Phaedra? What was the point of that? Why would she say all that? So they're definitely suspicious of her.
Well, MJ and Kate have a little discussion, and they want Sandra out.
I mean, Kate is talking to Sandra, and she's just like, ooh, I got her. Like, she's going to do what I want here. Yep. She's not suspicious of me. So I'm sure she was feeling pretty good about that.
Well, CT and Trishelle, they have a feeling that Kate is the traitor. They want Kate out.
I mean,
Trishelle had suspicion about Kate from weeks ago.
Did she? I don't even remember. It was funny to me that MJ has seemingly flipped, because when Kate was first made a traitor, the next morning MJ was like, you're acting weird. Like, are you a traitor?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden she's like, no, it's Sandra.
What do people expect other people to say when they're like, are you a traitor?
I know, right? Yes.
Yes, I am. Please vote me out.
Thank you for asking.
Yes. Helicopter, helicopter. Alan sent the helicopters.
Yay!
Well, at least one.
Yes, the helicopter arrives to take them to their final mission.
Well, there's only 4 people, so they only needed 1.
Weren't there 5?
There was 4 people, wasn't there?
Oh, you're right. 4 people.
Alan didn't go.
No, he was already there.
Yeah. He had his own helicopter.
Of course.
All right, so it's the final chance.
I'm sorry, it just makes me think of Romeo and Michelle when he's in the helicopter. It's Sandy Fink!
It's the final chance to get more of the money that they blew it on for the beginning of the season.
Right.
So there's $25,000, I guess it's dollars because the show is playing in America, but it is Scotland, so they don't use American currency there.
Why are we just discussing this now in the finale?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's American doll hairs.
Okay. Well, they have to get to the ship.
Right. So there's the straightforward, easy path, which will pretty much guarantee them that they're going to get it.
Right.
Or they can take a variety of detours, which will earn them more money. Yes. So there was the two $5,000 ones. There was a $10,000 one.
Oh.
Right. So in order to complete this mission, they had to get to the boat, but also raise
the sails.
Oh my God! Below
raise
deck
the
sailing yacht.
Yes. This is Kate's mission. All right. So Kate, CT, and MJ were working on the second detour. They actually got the first detour, so
they had to go in those lobster cages.
Yeah.
Lobsters.
I was honestly falling asleep for most of this, so like
I know I had to keep poking her with a stick.
Mom. So a couple of times you were like, Mom, are you awake? And I was like, yes.
But she wasn't.
No, I was.
Okay.
Not during that part, during the other part.
Okay.
All right, so
they decided the best way to make this happen, because they only had an hour. So they were like, we're going to divide and conquer, have some people work on the second one, and have other people go ahead to the third detour, because they wanted to try and lock in all of this money.
Right. All right, so CT may have shit himself.
Oh, God. Okay, well, you jumped ahead a bit.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, come here, Lammy. With the second detour, they had to have a combination to unlock the little canister. Mm-hmm. And I remember when they were just starting out in this mission, there was a number painted on one of the rocks. And I was like, that's weird. I wonder what that's for. Nobody seemed to notice that or remember it. So,
I mean, maybe it was just somebody's address.
I don't know. But CT had to run all the way back to the beginning to get the number to unlock that canister.
Is that when he pooped himself?
No.
Oh.
We'll get there. So then...
maybe he had too many beans for lunch.
Maybe. That third detour, oh my God. People were freaking out because they had to, like, rappel down that cliff. I don't remember the word for it, but it was not anything I was familiar with. But then when I saw what they were doing, I was like, oh, so they're rappelling.
Yeah.
Kate seemed to struggle with it the most. She was really freaked out by the heights. So, yeah, she was...
She's not interested in dying, so, like...
I mean, I get it. But she conquered that. Everybody was able to do it. And then they were able to move on. There was also the part where CT and Sandra went in that little, like, cave area. This show, every single time they have one of these timed missions...
It always seems fake. Within seconds.
Yeah, I just don't know that they actually complete all these missions in the allotted time. But
it's crazy how it either it's creative editing or it just, you know, they just told them that it was the right time. I don't see any clocks on set where they're like showing them, you know,
well, Alan usually says like you have this much time, blah blah blah. But that could be added in post if they're like manipulating
thinks
the
you
time.
are a liar.
I don't know. But anyway, I also was thrown off at first. I was like, there's no freaking way they're going to even be close to making this. I thought they were going to have to swim out to that boat. I was like, there's no way that they're doing this. But they did have a motorboat to take them over.
Oh, motorboat.
Yeah. So they make it to the boat, and then the whole CT maybe pooping his pants was when they were trying to put the sail up. Because it looked like it was really only him and MJ pulling on it. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know how sails work, so...
those sails are freaking heavy. They look like all wispy and light, but my uncle had a boat. And those sails are freaking heavy. You gotta hoist those sails.
Yeah. I think there were other people helping with it, but MJ and CT were just like the ones at that one. Because you need more than one rope to do that. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know this shit. But anyway.
They're heavy. Trust
They
me.
get the flags up for the extra money. They get the main sail up. So they end up winning. I think it was like $50,000 they locked in.
Oh, wow. So that gives them a grand tote of $208,100.
Oh my god, out of a possible $250K. So, unlike last season, they were not...
Bump it up.
Yeah, they did not get the chance to win the whole amount back in one competition.
They said this is a little sus. They really did not do very well this season when it came to comps.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff they missed out on, I don't know.
I think it really would have pissed off a lot of people if they would have been like, "Oh, you can, you're gonna get $250."
Yeah, I mean, they did take out a lot of the people who would have been really strong in these challenges early, so it makes sense that they kind of failed to bank a lot of the money. But I mean, $208,100.
That's not bad.
Is not bad at all.
Not for being a celebrity for a little 2-week, 3-week shooting schedule.
Yeah,
come on,
not too shabby.
No. Plus, I'm sure they got stipends as well.
Yeah.
And bonus money for just sign-on bonus.
Of course. So, everybody's riding high after this win.
They're all cold, though. They can't wait to get back to that castle so they can have their crafty lunch.
It was 5 people, by the way.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, it's definitely 5 people. Because there's 3 people in one car and 2 in the other.
Oh, right.
So,
right.
Kate and CT were in one car together. And...
Right.
Kate is working a little magic here.
Yeah. She's planting those seeds of Sandra in CT's head, and he is
he's more open to it than I was expecting.
Oh, what do you think of Sandra?
Going back to the castle.
Oh, we're gonna have some soup when we get back to the castle.
Yeah, so CT also asked Kate straight up, like, are you a traitor? And Kate was very defensive. She did not straight up say no from what we saw, which was like...
Didn't she say, are you a traitor?
Well, she was like, I'm insulted that you would even ask me this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Which I think she could have said,
sorry.
No, I'm not a traitor. But she didn't go that route. Honestly, though, whatever she said worked because CT was like, you know what? I'm kind of, like, believing her.
Yeah. Well, everyone's back at the castle eating their tomato soup.
Do they have the toasty bread?
I don't know. I didn't see any grilled cheese or anything
Yeah, they said they had the bread.
Oh, toasties?
I guess. I don't know.
Sandra says, my name is in your mouth, Kate, and I'm not happy about it.
And Kate was like, no, CT was talking about you in the car. So she's, like, flipping it around. Yeah. And then Sandra's like, oh, hell no. So Sandra's like, I have a plan. Me, you, and MJ, all 3 of us vote for CT.
Oh.
And it was like, whoa, what's going on here? Why is Sandra doing this? What is happening?
Sandra was all like, Kate's a traitor. We gotta get rid of Kate. And now she's on to CT.
She's freaking out. I was not expecting this.
Damn, Kate really sent that snowball rolling down the hill, picking up some speed.
Yeah.
So then Kate goes back and tells CT.
Ah!
That Sandra's after him.
Yeah, and CT's like, well, wait, what? What's going on here? So she's definitely, like, pitting these 2 against each other. Meanwhile, Trishelle is still trying to keep this vote Kate out plan on course.
Right.
And I think it's bothering her a little bit that CT is wavering here.
Yeah.
And thinking maybe we should go for Sandra instead of Kate.
All right, well, it's the final round table. Finally.
We're nice in the round table.
We vote out when we're able. All right, so any traitors remain, they get the money.
I mean, we still have the fire of truth, right?
Right.
But we're talking end game if there are any traitors left after the game has been closed.
Right.
The traitor or traitors win the money.
And any faithfuls that are left in the absence of any traitors all split the money.
Right.
What if there were 2 traitors left?
They would split the money.
Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be wild if there was more than 1 traitor left?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it could have happened last season, but Suri was like, I don't think so.
No. All right, well, Sandra lasted this long because of traitor angels.
Well, yeah, so at the round table, she's talking about how she got close to a lot of people because she was suspicious. Like, maybe this person's a traitor. Maybe this person's a traitor. And she feels like people really had her back. Like, Dan was looking out for her. She was getting close to the housewives, thinking that maybe one of them was a traitor and they were keeping her safe. I mean, I think
she
it
also learned
worked.
a lot about, people. I'm sure she formed some lifelong friendships from the show as well.
But CT was like, that's great and all. I think you're a traitor. What?
Well, Sandra said Kate's outfit is screaming traitor.
And Kate said, thank you. What was so traitorous about her outfit?
I don't know.
Is it because she was wearing white, like, after Labor Day?
I don't know, but I was wishing that Kate would have brought back that sheep sweater that
I know!
from last
I love
season.
that sweater, for sure.
I'm kind of disappointed that they don't give them better outfits. Like, don't let Alan have all the good stuff.
No, let Alan be the star.
Alan can have fantastic stuff, but, like, style these people a little bit.
I kind of like to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, but then you'll get a whole bunch of stupid Trishelle hats.
But that's part of the fun. That's part of it.
All right, well, that's up for debate. But
all right,
it's
well,
time
anyway.
for the vote. And everyone voted for Sandra except for Sandra.
Even Trishelle was like, I have to go with the majority. When has that ever stopped her before?
I know. I'm voting with the house. I'm voting with the castle.
Yeah. So anyway, it's time for Sandra to reveal.
She said, I'm not a traitor, dum-dums. I'm a faithful.
Yeah. Oh, Sandra.
Yeah. All right.
That's
so,
my Trishelle impression.
Yeah. CT talks to Alan. And he says, I only trust Trishelle in this castle.
Everybody had their little chats with Alan. It was like the Tic Tac interviews on Drag Race.
Yeah.
At the end of the season.
Yeah. I didn't care about anybody else's except for CT's.
I think you might have been dozing a little bit. Yeah. So now we're down to 4.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
We're down to CT, Trishelle, Kate, and MJ.
Right.
Who I never would have suspected would have made it this far.
I feel like she did her little backwards walk into this endgame.
That is such an iconic meme.
It's very Vanjie from Drag Race.
Vanjie?
Yeah.
Vanjie?
Oh, God. So, okay, at this point, we're going to, what is it called? Like
the Fire
of Truth. Is it Fire of Truth?
Something like that.
It's something along those lines.
It's a fire pit, and they give them little packages of...
It's chemistry class time!
Of yes or no.
Right.
If you pick a green one out, that means that you want to end the game right there. You're satisfied that all the traitors are out. Or maybe...
maybe you're a traitor who wants to end the game so you can win.
Exactly.
Right. And if you pick red, that means you want to banish again.
And you must. If there's at least one red bag in the fire and it will burn red,
then you banish again.
Then you have to vote again. You have to vote somebody out.
Right. So this first round, I was like, everyone's going to vote red, right? Everyone's going to vote. Because logically, there has to be at least one traitor left because Sheree was murdered and they did not get a traitor with that last banishment.
Says MJ.
Yeah, I mean, duh, it makes sense.
How did she come up with that?
Yeah, well, she's smarter than she acts sometimes.
Sometimes.
But the crazy thing to me, I think this was a huge misstep on Kate's part. I think she was going to get voted out anyway, but I think this really sealed the deal.
I was shocked that she didn't
She
vote.
voted green to end it, but, like, that's so obvious that you want to end it because you're the traitor. Yeah. Right? Like, how do you vote green for that? So that was a big mistake, in my opinion.
Did Alan gasp?
He might have. I mean, that's basically saying, like, okay, let's wrap this up so I can, like, get my check.
I want to go home and see my son finally. Vacation's over.
Yeah. So, anyway, Kate did not have much of a leg to stand on here.
No.
She was voted out.
She was voted out, yeah. And she said, yeah, I'm a traitor. Bye.
Honestly, she was talking a lot about how she felt like she wouldn't have really deserved to win anyway because she wasn't there the whole time. But that's not on you, boo.
That's right.
You can still get that check. I
mean, arguably, she was there later, but that paints a bigger target on her, so it does even out in the end.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not like... I mean, that's just the lot that she was given, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah. So then, right after that, Alan's like, all right, dig in your bag, and we're going to see if people want to end the game here, or if we're going to vote again. And you said, I bet Trishelle and CT will cut MJ so that they get a bigger cut of the prize money.
Of course. And I saw that little wink between CT and Trishelle, like, yes, we're going to do it. Let's get it going here. Yeah. So it's like, oh boy, it's going to happen. So, for the little fire throwing, which Alan was really playing it up.
He loved it.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
MJ voted to end the game.
Right.
And then CT and Trishelle both voted to banish again. And I was
which MJ went...
yeah.
So, yeah.
So it seemed like in that moment, okay, they're both definitely voting her out. And she was so like, what's going on? Like, I don't want to vote for either of you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Alan's like, you better freaking vote.
And in my mind, I'm like, it doesn't matter. They're both voting you out.
Right,
like,
same.
Don't you see that?
Same.
So she did not. And that wasn't the case anyway. Because then they reveal the votes. So CT votes to banish MJ, which is what we expected. MJ was like, I think we're all faithful, blah, blah, blah. But I'm voting for Trishelle, because whatever. And
then Trishelle revealed her vote. And it was not for MJ. It was for CT. I thought those two were thick as thieves.
That's what CT thought, too. So she's like,
he was like tearing up.
He did look like he was going to cry.
He was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
For sure. And Trishelle was all like, I have doubt in my mind. I think you could be a traitor. And honestly, they get into it because she's going all the way back to when he gave the torch to, John instead of her. She's still upset about that.
She's also upset about when he switched to Sandra.
To Sandra instead of Kate. Yeah, there's like all these little things adding up, and she's just like, I don't know if I can trust you. And he's just like, oh my God, like, I cannot believe this right now.
Yeah.
And MJ the whole time is just like,
yeah, what's going on?
Guys, we're all faithful.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Why can't we also... Oh, because you want the money?
Yeah, so then we're like, okay, what happens if there's a tie? So basically, they're just going to be voting again. So everyone had a chance to plead their case.
What do you think would have happened if there was a tie again?
I don't know.
Do you think they would have just drawn rocks like on Survivor?
Maybe.
Or...
I'm not sure. I'm curious what the rules would be if it just was a stalemate.
Right.
I don't know.
How many times... You think they just would have kept voting until...
Maybe. Or maybe they just, like, go, okay, if you don't do it this time, like, if it's another tie, then that's the end of the game. You know, and
maybe.
Whoever's left, that's what it is.
Maybe.
I don't know, but... Ooh. So during the please, I feel like CT was really trying to be like to Trishelle, please, like, we've known each other for 20 years. Like, you're the only person here that I fully trust, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he was trying to signal to her, like, I'm not a mother effing traitor.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, I thought that was really cold of her to try and vote CT out like that.
Yeah. All right. Yikes. So they have the vote.
Okay.
And MJ is banished.
Yeah. Trishelle was like, I can't vote for...
I already voted for him once.
Can't vote for him again.
It was difficult enough to do it the first time. I'm not going to write his name down again.
Imagine how crazy it would have been if the first time through MJ voted CT and then...
Right.
MJ and Trishelle were the two winners.
Right.
Oh my God.
What the hell was up with CT? He picked up his... sister.
Wait. So MJ is out, right? And she is not happy.
Oh, no.
She's like, I hope you guys both regret this.
Yeah. So then they're all like, faithful. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they had their reveal. They find out they're both faithfuls, which means they are splitting the money between the two of them.
CT picks up Trishelle.
He puts her on the money table.
And then puts the money on her peepee.
That was so weird.
And he said, she's like my sister.
Yeah, he was like, we're brother and sister. I'm not doing that with my brother.
I don't do that. All right.
Landy, come here. So how do you feel about the outcome of this season?
It was a great season.
It was a great season.
But I wasn't particularly happy with the outcome.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. because it happened that way for a reason, and it was a good season. So I really enjoyed the people that were on.
For the most part.
For the most part. I mean, even the ones that I didn't enjoy, I kind of enjoyed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the ending was a little bit nasty. Little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. But also, it is a game.
Right.
And I get wanting to, like, get a bigger cut of the prize. I just think it was nasty how Trishelle voted for CT like that.
Yeah.
Yikes. Anyway.
All right. Well, now it's time for the Traitors 2 reunion.
So we got the lead-in from Alan at the castle.
I was so disappointed that Alan wasn't doing... Nothing against Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen's a great interviewer. But, like, it's Alan. We want Alan.
He's busy. He's got his one-man show coming up in New York.
When is that?
I think it's in this month, March.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so everyone is there in the studio with Andy. Do you think they were at Cipriani's?
I'm not sure where they were. It was probably like a warehouse or something.
Oh.
Or a
sound
studio,
stage?
yeah. Maxime was not there, unfortunately.
Probably because his wife was having a baby.
Also, no, because this was like
Oh, that's right. He left after... He went to go film this right after she had the baby, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the timeline.
But then she found out she got pregnant again.
I think it's because he's busy with So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh, is he one of the judges?
He's one of the judges.
Oh, okay. Then that's it, yeah. All right. And that's
So-
probably shooting in California. And
Well,
I
don't
would
know.
imagine that the reunion was probably in New York.
I think the reunion was in California.
Really?
I think so. Because I thought they just filmed it like last week or the week before.
So what was Andy doing out there? He's in New York.
He's got the 411.
AC.
Yeah, so anyway, everyone's there pretty much except for Max.
Right.
And then the final four had not come out yet.
Right. So then they Clockwork Orange their eyes open and made everybody there watch the finale because they hadn't seen it yet.
Right.
Because this happened before it aired on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So
we got to see people's reactions to the Fire of Truth, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
There was a lot of...
Yeah. MJ, super pissed still. Super pissed.
She's coming in hot.
Yeah.
They bring out the final four. Everyone's like, oh my god, like so happy to see you.
Yeah.
Most of you.
So Andy was asking some questions.
We're not going to get into every single thing that was discussed at the reunion, but we'll go through some highlights here.
Phaedra and CT, what was going on with their showmans?
They said it was all very innocent.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I think
Did he put money on her pee-pee?
I don't know. They were adorable together. I think it was cute.
He said it was her big-ass lashes. I mean, they were beautiful.
Yeah. Do I think this thing has legs?
No.
Probably not.
Absolutely not.
But it was fun, like, reality TV fodder, for sure.
Yeah. All right. And then Ekin-Su.
There was a showmance, like a real showmance, that apparently did not get much airtime. Because I think it was Parvati who said in an interview that there was something going on there.
Oh, Ekin-Su and Peter?
Yeah. They're claiming they're
Was
just
there a
really
windmill
good
on
friends.
set?
Oh, no. No. They're claiming they're just really good friends. I think thinks there's more to that story.
She's on the UK Big Brother right now, so
right,
he's
Celebrity
not
Big
seeing
Brother.
her for a while, unless he wants to watch TV.
Well, the celebrity seasons are not that long over there. Or
what
here.
are they, like 4 weeks?
Yeah, it's probably just like a few weeks, I would guess. But
yeah.
Anyway, apparently they are dating now.
Oh. They said they're only really good friends.
With benefits.
Really good benefits? All right, so Dan, he's got this problem with pretty much a lot of people on the cast.
I mean, a lot of people were not fans of the way he was playing this game. One of the biggest.
Johnny Bananas.
Yeah. Apparently he's been talking a lot of trash on social media about Dan. He feels like he was targeted early because Dan was too scared to go up against him. And I think that was a big part of it.
I think so, too.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny Bananas has a huge reality TV reputation, right? He's won the challenge so many times.
So does Dan.
Yeah, but Johnny Bananas has been on so many more things than Dan. Also, he's like fresh. Dan is coming out of retirement. So he was definitely threatened by Bananas, and Johnny Bananas was not happy about that. Awkward.
Well. Yeah. Well.
Andy had some questions for Deontay, kind of just like trying to get more information on why Deontay ended up leaving on his own.
He was very emotionally affected.
He was triggered.
But yeah, he had some childhood trauma that he had to work through. He didn't regret leaving because he was able to work through and release it from him, whatever he was being affected by from when, in his past.
Right. I feel really bad.
I do too.
But it seems like something good did come out of this.
He said it wasn't worth the money.
So I applaud him for leaving because you got to really consider your mental health above anything else.
Absolutely. If you don't have your health, you don't have nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad he went ahead and made that decision.
Right. Kate was very happy to take a vacation from her baby. I wonder if she looks at her baby like as one of her
guests.
Her guests on the boat. Like, this kid is very demanding, but like
I'm sure they have a lot in common.
Yeah. I must serve him because, that's my job.
I mean, at least her baby can't like be sassy verbally in the way some guests would be.
Maybe one day her baby will leave her a really big tip.
Maybe.
All right. And then she can go visit Boat Jesus.
Oh my God, Boat Jesus. I'm so happy that Kate came back this season, though, because she really
too.
was so entertaining last year. She was this year as well, so...
I wish she would have been there from the beginning, though.
I know! I wonder if it was just like, they asked her to come back, and she was like, I want to come back, but I can't be there the whole time, because it's just too long, like, to be away, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's possible.
That is a possibility.
Yeah, but I'm glad that she came back.
I was so disappointed for Peppermint.
Me too. Who looked beautiful, by the way.
Oh my God.
Full on
Amazing.
glam.
Amazing. She said that she was disappointed that she was targeted so early.
With so little evidence against her.
I think, and she thinks, that she was a victim of bias.
I would have to agree.
I think so too, and it's a shame.
And she didn't name any names, but we all know who was spearheading that.
Michelle.
Yeah. But I thought that she gave a really great speech about why representation is so important. And she was talking about how this experience kind of reminded her of things that she went through in high school, which was really sad. But seriously, representation is everything.
Who doesn't have a war story from high school?
I think some are more vicious than others, though.
Yeah, but I mean... Everybody's got, we're all lucky to make it out of high school.
Yeah. But definitely some people have it worse
absolutely
than others. And I hope that this wasn't like terrible, like a terrible experience for her because she really seems like such a beautiful person.
It seemed like everybody loved her so much, though.
I know. And I really wanted to see more of her on this show. We loved her on Drag Race. Maybe she'll get to come back in a future season.
That would be amazing.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or maybe as Alan's sidekick.
Ooh.
Fashion.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
All right, so there were groups and cliques on the show.
There was a little montage about all the little cliques that formed.
The gamers, Peter's pals, or Peter pals. I think, Phaedra came up with that.
Yeah, she came up with that. And apparently, Peter is selling t-shirts for it now. Are you giving her some of the money for that?
Yeah, really. The Leftovers. I think that was Sandra's group.
Yes, when she was doing the whole pool table explanation of the votes.
And the Faithfuls. Wasn't that basically the Peter's pals?
Who knows?
Pals? I think they had a couple of names.
Well, there was also the Bravo girls, Bravo girlies. All there was a lot of stuff going on here.
How hard did you cringe?
Oh, also you said the gamers. Okay.
Yeah. How hard did you cringe on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being the worst. When Peter whipped out the rose for Phaedra.
I'd call it like a 4.5.
I would say a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
It was sweet in a way, but it was like, notice me. I'm a backler.
There was a lot of I'm so great Peter moments during this reunion. Did you feel that too? Like when he pulled out his Alan impression?
Yeah.
And which honestly was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
But I don't know. He just seems so
full of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So now let's
highlight the traitors.
Let's get the Rotten Tomatoes out. Let's get the piles of poop out so that we can throw it at Dan like we're monkeys in the zoo and we want you to leave.
I mean, quite a few people had issues with Dan's
gameplay.
I mean, the biggest issue here was really how he went out throwing Phaedra under the bus. And, I mean, Andy was asking how many of you were actually on to Phaedra before he did that.
Not many.
No.
And why would you do that? Because you took an oath not to out the other traitors.
And I think there was more to this story, too, because a few people have been talking in interviews, like I think Janelle and Phaedra were talking about how Dan basically was working very closely with Trishelle and Janelle and told them, like, look, I'm going to feed you guys a traitor. So, yeah. I mean, we saw what happened from there.
That was really, really shit.
Yeah, not cool. And Phaedra is pissed about it.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I don't blame her at all. And he's playing it off as, oh, it's just gameplay, no hard feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I play a game, I don't do it personally. But you did.
I mean,
you did.
His explanation was not it for me, because he was basically saying, like, I didn't think that anybody was going to have a chance at figuring out that Phaedra was a traitor, and I wanted
That's not up to you.
Yeah, that's not your job to out her. You're a traitor. Why would you not want your fellow traitors to do well?
Right.
But it sounded like at one point, and he got cut off, but he was saying, like, I wanted to give the faithfuls a fair shot, whatever, a fair chance. Why is that your job?
No, he was trying to play God in the game.
Yeah.
And that's not cool.
That's not cool
at all.
I can see, you know, you separate game from personal, whatever. Sometimes you gotta play dirty. But, like, this
You
felt...
play dirty for yourself.
This felt especially dirty and petty to throw her under the bus like that when he knew he was on his way out. Like, it just...
Right.
It wasn't cool in the context of this game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really lame.
Lame, yeah.
Well, Phaedra had a lot to say to him, too. She said...
she did.
He's an SOB and a piece of shit.
Well, we didn't get there
POS.
yet.
I know, I jumped ahead because we were talking about it. But anyway.
All right, well, Marcus and Marcia, what is the
What's
state
going on with them?
of their relationship
Can
now?
we DTR define the relationship?
Apparently, they were on a break.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing on the internet that they, like, unfollowed each other, like, deleted photos of each other.
When you want to find out if people are together or not, you go to Instagram. And Instagram will tell you the tale.
What is this world we're living in?
I don't know. All right, so everyone was surprised that...
Well, apparently they're on again, by the way.
They're on again right now.
Whatever.
After they were off again. They're trying to work it out.
Okay.
Everyone was very surprised that Peter was actually smart and good at the game.
They felt like he was the best gamer outside of that gamer group.
Right.
Outside of the people who do, like, actual competition reality shows.
What was your favorite, Ellen, fashion look?
I have to agree with the group consensus. I really did like his funeral look a lot. I mean, I loved all of his looks, but the funeral one was just like, mwah, something special.
The funeral one was so attention to detail that it was unbelievably amazing.
Yes, and when he was on Watch What Happens Live with his stylist for the show, his stylist also said that that was his favorite. So,
well, Alan did say the cape from that look. He wears it a lot.
Yeah.
Now.
I also feel like his performance during that mission really
it extra special.
Yes. Added to the whole
right
effect of the look.
Yeah. Lucky Alan.
I know. Lucky us.
Yes, exactly. Dan sold out Phaedra and...
Yeah, we already touched on all that. But Phaedra really ripped into Dan, and I think he was not ready for that. They don't do reunions for Big Brother. No. And I feel like if they did, they would get nasty.
I wish they did.
Well, he was not prepared for this. He was not prepared for the Housewives heat.
I didn't care for his, like, oh, it's just a game.
I mean...
Can't you get past it?
I get that. But at the same time, he did her really dirty.
Yeah, but I don't think in this case it applies.
Yeah.
Because he...
It felt very much like, I know that I'm not winning Monopoly, so I'm going to flip the board on the way out.
Exactly. And I don't want any of the other traitors to win.
Yeah, so that was not cool.
All right, Sandra would have been a better recruit.
There was a lot of talk, like, who, should they have changed up
Kate.
who they asked? Should they, instead of Peter or instead of Kate? And honestly, I would have been really curious to see Sandra as a traitor. I think that would have been very entertaining. I think she would have been great.
Kate was a good pick.
I enjoyed Kate, but I think strategy-wise, Sandra would have been a lot savvier.
Right.
Because she's used to playing these types of games, and obviously we know she's incredible at it.
Well, if there was a fan favorite and they got 25,000 or whatever, it definitely would have been Phaedra.
Oh,
Phaedra was the darling.
She was really delivering the quality content this season.
Both with the fans and with the people in the house. Everybody seemed to have loved Phaedra.
Yeah. All
right. So the winners were Trishelle and CT. Money on the pee-pee. Trishelle almost blew it, though.
Yeah, I mean, she almost got CT out.
She kind of stayed the course, like, the whole time, except for the very last episode where she really started second-guessing her relationship with CT.
I honestly don't know how well she would have done, like, identifying traitors and stuff if Dan had not outed Phaedra like that on his way out.
Right.
I mean, this could have been a completely different game. Completely different.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. Well, MJ is really pissed.
She's still really pissed. See, now, I don't think she should be as pissed as Phaedra.
I mean, I definitely feel for MJ. That really sucks getting cut like that at the end. But also, like...
That's how the mop flops.
It's part of the game, right?
Yeah. But, like...
I mean, who wouldn't want a bigger cut up the prize? For sure.
Right. Okay, so...
But she's really upset. Like, she blocked CT and Trishelle on Instagram immediately. Again, Instagram.
I love her when she was just like, well, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to follow them either. I'd be pissed.
No.
I do not blame her for being pissed, but...
I don't understand how in one breath she was like, it wasn't about the money, it was about loyalty. But then she was like, they were greedy.
I mean, I guess she's saying that she wouldn't have been greedy, but they were.
But they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, why was John just, like, basically piping up for, like, any time anybody said anything to Trishelle?
Get over it.
Like, what? Why? Are you her lawyer? Like, are you representing her here? Like, what's going on?
Her barrister?
John, don't sour my opinion of you. I had so much fun watching him this season.
John was great.
But he was getting on my nerves during this reunion.
I would love to see him in a powdered wig, though.
I'm sure we can find pictures online.
All right, we'll have to look later.
Yeah, but, like, pipe down.
All right, so Dan again is like, I really like you, Phaedra. Can we be friends, moving forward? And she's like...
Are you still mad at me?
Yeah, she is. She doesn't like you.
Uh-oh.
She don't like you.
I'm sure eventually time will heal some wounds. I don't see these two really interacting much anyway, so exactly. I don't know that it matters.
Exactly. All right, so Alan pops in at the end after Andy Cohen is spent and says, guess what, kids? There's more Traitors coming.
Yay! I can't wait to see who's going to be on season 3.
I wish he could have said, like, in 6 months or...
Yeah, who knows when it's going to be.
I know.
Is this going to be a twice-a-year thing or a once-a-year thing?
I would be fine with either. Because there's a lot of reality TV.
There's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so, like... Once a year would be fine.
Are we going to be getting a new season of The Circle anytime soon?
I hope so.
I was just thinking about that show today. I was like, oh, where are you?
This is about the time of the year.
Yeah.
When they start releasing that. Well, in another month, maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, I truly enjoyed this season of The Traitors.
This was very, very good.
Yes. We hope to see more. We hope that Alan will still be hosting because he is everything.
We need Alan to have a legacy contract like Julie Chen.
Yeah. You do not make the show without me.
You don't make it without Alan.
Hi, Chloe!
Exactly. He says, I love Alan.
Yes. So let us know in the comments first of all, how you felt about tonight's finale and reunion.
And reunion, yeah.
But also, just leave it in the comments who you want to see on season 3. Let us know.
Who would you most like to see on season 3?
I want to see more people from Drag Race for sure.
Yes.
That would be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And I would also like to see Andy Herron from Big Brother.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes.
No more Rachel. Grab a life vest, floaters.
Definitely more Survivor people, of course. I mean, you know, from all the different shows. Housewives, of course.
I would love to see some housewives, like Sonia Morgan.
Oh my God, Sonia.
Or Countess Luann. That's a staple.
Yeah.
You know. I don't want to see any more.
I could see, oh my God, what about like Karen Huger?
The
Karen!
Grand Dame.
Or Giselle.
Giselle would be great.
Yeah.
Giselle would be great. Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta think about it more, but definitely, yeah. There's so many wonderful options.
No normies, though. We only want
only celebrities. I don't think they would go backwards. I think it's only celebs.
That just didn't work. Sometimes you just have to suss it out the first season.
It was still fun, but nowhere near having a full celebrity
It was
cast.
like stealing candy from babies.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what was going on.
For sure.
All right.
But thank you all so much for watching with us this season. It's been a lot of fun.
It has.
And we hope you will join us for Big Brother Canada.
We'll be on
and
tomorrow.
Beyond. Yeah.
So check us out. Why don't you come up and see us
yeah.
sometimes?
All right. Thank you all again. And until next time,
much love.